The 2020 NBA draft is loaded with so many guards like LaMelo Ball, Anthony Edwards, Cole Anthony, but Killian Hayes is the most intriguing one. So let's talk about it. Alright, so what is good YouTube? It's your boy LegendaryEA and we are back here for another video. And today we're going to be talking about Killian Hayes, the French point guard. Now, I haven't made a video about him. Like, I have gone over so many other guards in this draft. I've even said that I think that this is one of the best guards that we're going to be seeing in a while. Like, I really held off on doing this video just because, like, finding information about Killian Hayes is so hard to actually do. Like, and I think that's why, like, if there's a case for him to actually slide in this draft, it's mainly gonna be because scouts haven't really seen him play, but lately I have seen him rising up a bunch of draft boards. So I was like, yo, why not talk about his game? Why not talk about how good this kid can actually be? So, if you guys enjoy this video, make sure to go ahead and spam that like button. Go ahead and subscribe and tell me who we should be doing this with next in the comment section below. Of course, the last one that I did was with LaMelo Ball, and we've obviously done some on Anthony Edwards, and I have a whole playlist about some of these prospects that I made videos on. But anyways, guys, let's get straight into it because I think that Killian Hayes can actually turn out to be a really good player. So starting it out, Killian Hayes is a 6'5", 190-pound point guard. Like, it's really weird because his weight is different on literally every single website that I go to. Basketball Reference has him at like 216. Then like the mock drafts have him at like 174 or like 195 or like 185. It's really all over the place. Nonetheless, one of the biggest question marks coming into this season was his shooting percentage, because that was the biggest question mark. Last season, he shot like 19% from the three. He was able to actually shoot 39% from the three this season on almost double the attempts. He also averaged about 13 points, 6 assists, and he shot about 45% from the field. Now, just looking at his game and looking at some of his highlights, he looks like he honestly reminds me so much. He reminds me so much of D'Angelo Russell. And I know that that's a weird comp. He literally plays just like him. He has a really crafty handle. He plays the game so smooth, and he honestly shows that he can be elite in the pick and roll. Obviously, he showed that he can actually shoot, and I do expect that his three-point ball is gonna continue to actually develop, but one of his biggest strengths is his IQ and just how he approaches the game. A lot of these prospects rely on their athleticism. He looks like he plays the game just based off of his IQ alone. If you actually watch some of his highlights and just how he moves around with the ball, how he creates space, to me, he reminds me a lot of D'Angelo Russell. And D'Angelo Russell is somebody who was able to be elite in that pick and roll, and that's why last season for the Brooklyn Nets, he was able to become an all-star. This is somebody who, like I said, is a great facilitator, a great playmaker, and he has a really crafty handle. He plays very smooth, and he shows a lot of potential defensively as well. This is somebody who honestly can turn into a great player. One thing that I've noticed that might be a strength for him is that a lot of these prospects, most of them are really flashy. That's one of the biggest cons whenever they talk about LaMelo Ball and some of these other prospects. It seems like Killian Hayes really just tries to make the best play possible, and that is something that scouts can actually use to draft him. To me, I think that he can actually become a really good player. Also shows a lot of upside off ball as well. He looks like he'll be able to actually develop at a rapid rate. And to me, I just think that he has a really high floor and a really high ceiling. But anyways, guys, let me know what you guys think about Killian Hayes in the comment section below. I mean, right now, the highest that I've seen him go is about number 5 to the Detroit Pistons. And trust me, there is a really high chance that he's the second point guard off of the board. It really just depends, because even as I said in my last video, if I had the number 1 pick, I would take LaMelo Ball, but I would understand Killian Hayes going right after him. He shows loads of potential, and literally he shows that he can be a great player in the NBA draft. I can see teams like Minnesota, Detroit, the Knicks, a lot of these teams, heck, the Phoenix Suns, a lot of these teams trying to actually go after him because he's somebody that every team wants. He's somebody who shows potential defensively, who literally shows improvement every single year, is already a very solid playmaker as well. I think that any team would actually be lucky to be able to pick him up. So let me know what you guys think about Killian Hayes in the comment section below. Like I said, this was not going to be a long video. Finding film on some of these prospects is very, very difficult, but I do think that it's really great how this year's draft has so many international players going higher in the draft. We look at LaMelo, we look at Killian Hayes, we look at Denny Avdija. Some of these players who just went overseas, and even RJ Hampton, that are coming from playing overseas, and it looks like they're going to be lottery picks. And just looking at some of these top level point guards, I mean, one of the biggest knocks on this draft is it doesn't have a lot of potential superstars on it, but I think, and I've said, this draft has so many great role players on it. So many great potential role players. And that's why I'm not somebody who thinks that this draft is all that bad, because we've seen a lot of top heavy drafts the last few seasons. I think this one is very all around. And yes, you might not be getting a superstar level player, even though I think LaMelo could be one. You are getting a lot of role players, so you actually have a great chance of drafting somebody who's not a bust. But anyways, guys, let me know what you guys think about Killian Hayes in the comment section below. Where you guys think he actually gets drafted to, and if you guys want him on your team, and just who I should do this with next. But other than that, I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm out. Peace, yo.